Hello everyone and welcome back to LeeReader. My name is Lee, and if you can't tell by the title of this video, today we're going to be talking about fat boys in books. Now this is a subject that's always kind of played on my mind. It's something that I've noticed more and more in the books that I'm reading. This is a trend that has always been very prominent in YA books, and it's this idea that a man's physique is always lean, there's always some sort of muscle definition, whether it's strong or not, there's always like a strong jawline, and it's incredibly rare that you come across a representation of fat men in books in a positive way. Now these days there are a lot of books coming out about body positivity. Again, this is particularly strong in the YA genre, and body positivity is obviously all about learning to love the body that you're born in, no matter what the size or shape of it. But the one trend that all of these books have in common is that they're usually aimed towards girls. And that is a great thing, because these books do need to be out there in the public. They do need to recognise body positivity, and that men and women come in all shapes and sizes. But the representation of fat men in particular is lacking. Now, I'm not the thinnest person in the world. I never have been. I was very, very big when I was growing up. I will show you a picture now. And as someone who grew up reading, it was incredibly difficult to find someone who was like me, who was chunky, who was big, who, you know, was valued as a person. Because a lot in books, particularly romance or contemporary books, there's often love, there's often romance, but whether it's queer fiction or non-queer fiction, the man who the person is falling in love with tends to be lean, fit, muscles, chiseled jawline, as previously mentioned. And often side characters or friends who are also male tend to fit this mould as well. Going through all the books I've read, I can only really think of one definite positive representation of a fat man in a book, and that was Tiny, the character in Will Grayson by John Green and David Levithan. But again, they've had to give him an ironic name because he's the opposite of Tiny. Here's the thing, in the real world, fat boys exist, and fat boys read books. And seeing all these romances in books and in TV and film, and they're always with this particular mould of guy, honestly, it makes you feel like you're not worthy of love, or it gives you this feeling of I have to change myself in order to feel loved. And that's not a message that anyone should ever feel. I know I felt this way in the past, particularly when I was a lot bigger than I am now, and again, I felt like I needed to lose weight in order to feel valued, because the representation of fat men or boys in books just doesn't exist. I want stories about boys who worry that their bellies wobble too much as they run, about boys whose thighs jiggle, about boys who don't have a chiseled jawline because it sinks into what is a double chin. These stories don't exist. And the boys out there like me who deal with these problems don't see it represented and then don't feel like they are worthy of either friendship or love or anything else. These days there is way more pressure on men to look a certain way, to be a certain way, to act a certain way. And though society is changing to be more welcoming and free of all, there is still this high pressure for men to have like chiseled abs and a rock hard pecs and big muscly arms. And that's the way it goes in books as well. If there are any authors that happen to be watching this, please write fat boys into books. Boys need stories about body positivity just as much as everyone else does. Give us stories where people fall in love with fat boys. Let them learn to love their jiggly thighs and their wobbly stomachs. Let them get past the issue that they don't have chiseled jaws, and make them real. I'd really love to know your thoughts and opinions on this topic, because it's something that's been bothering me for a long time. As I said, I'm still quite a big guy now. I was bigger back when I was younger, and not seeing myself represented in these stories can really hurt. Also, let me know of any books that do have positive male representation in terms of body size. I'd love to get like a collection of stories to be able to share and be like, hey, these books have body positivity for men. Also, feel free to comment and let me know if you agree or disagree with anything I've said in this video, and we'll have a little discussion down in the comments below. So that's it for this video. I hope you're good. I hope you're all well. Thanks for watching, and I will see you soon with another video. Goodbye. End of the video bit. So in other news, you may have noticed I got rid of my beard. Well, I haven't really, it's still there, it's just the bushiness of it was getting a little much. I do like beards, I think they look great on some people, but looking at it on myself, I was like, I don't know if this suits me or not, so I've gone back to this kind of jaw-defining line. Again, because I have quite a big, I suffer from quite a double chin, and I feel like if I give myself this beard, it kind of defines my jawline a bit, which is stupid, isn't it? Because of the fact that I feel like I need a chiseled jaw. Yeah. So, yeah, I hope you're all good, I hope you're all well, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you soon. What was that wave?